शैक्षणिक व्हिडिओमध्ये आपले स्वागत। सुधागड एज्युकेशन सोसायटीचे केआ बांठिया माध्यमिक विद्यालय व एन पालीवाला ज्युनियर कॉलेज नवीन पनवेल सादर करीत आहे शैक्षणिक व्हिडिओ।
After the properties of right angle triangle, there is one important theorem according to board exam, Pythagoras theorem. Statement of this theorem is: in a right angle triangle, the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares of remaining two sides. In starting of this lesson, we know the Pythagoras theorem. You are telling me already the square of largest side is the square of remaining two sides is the statement of Pythagoras theorem. Then, if we prove this theorem, the statement is already in your question paper. With the help of statement, we can draw figure. In right angle triangle, this is triangle ABC is right angle triangle, and what we have to prove? This is the last part of the statement of this theorem. From this figure, we can write given. What is given? In right angle triangle ABC is angle ABC is equal to 90 degree and A dash D dash C. Then what we have to prove? The square of largest side is the sum of square of remaining two sides. That means AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. Means square of hypotenuse is equal to the square of sum of squares of remaining two sides. That is we have to prove here. That means given is the first half part of statement. Given means first half part of statement, and to prove is the last half part of statement. It is very easy and easy theorem. See here, construction. For this purpose, we have to construct this. Segment BD is perpendicular on hypotenuse AC. BD is perpendicular to side AC. Now we are going to write the proof. How we can write? In right angle triangle ABC, segment BD is perpendicular to side AC. This is our construction. Reason of this statement is construction. Now we know the right angle triangle in similarity. Now triangle ABC is similar to triangle ADB, similar to triangle BDC. This is you known also. Now this is the similarity in right angle triangle. Now take first pair of similarity and second pair of similarity here. Consider first pair. Consider triangle ABC similar triangle ADB is the first pair of similar triangles. If triangles are similar, we know if triangles are similar, the corresponding sides are in equal proportion. We can write according to this one-to-one correspondence: AB upon AD, BC upon BB is equal to AC upon AB. This is here, not new. AB upon AD is equal to BC upon BD is equal to AC upon AB. CSST means corresponding sides of similar triangle. Corresponding sides of similar triangle. This is the reason. And here we can take only AB upon AD is equal to AC upon AB. Now cross multiplication. AB into AB is AB square is equal to AD into AC. This is first statement. Now consider second pair of similar triangle is triangle ABC similar triangle BDC. Again, according to this one-to-one correspondence, we can write the ratio of these triangles. AB upon BD is equal to BC upon DC is equal to AC upon BC from these two triangles. Again, we are going to take only these two ratios, and reason of this CSST means corresponding sides of similar triangle. BC upon BC is equal to AC upon BC. These two ratios are here. Again cross multiplication. BC into BC is BC square is equal to DC into AC. This is equation number 2. Again we are going to see here what we have to prove here. Here we have to prove AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. Here is AB square and here is BC square. If we add these two equation, we get AB square plus BC square. And now here, now adding equation 1 and 2, we get what we get? AB square plus this BC square is equal to LHS plus LHS, that is AD into AC plus DC into AC. AC and AC is common of this plus sign, therefore take AC common. Remaining terms as it is, that is AD plus DC. AD plus DC, see here again in this figure, AD plus DC is nothing but AC, and except AD plus DC we can write here AC, and reason of that particular statement is A dash D dash C. That means point D is in between point A and C, and therefore here AC into AC is AC square, means AB square plus BC square is equal to AC square. This is what I have to prove here. AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. This is here, that means hence the theorem is proved. Thank you. Now after the Pythagoras theorem, there is converse of Pythagoras theorem. Proof of this theorem is don't need to write in question paper wherever also. Here in any triangle, suppose like here triangle LMN, if ln square is equal to lm square plus mn square, then and then only triangle LMN is a right angle triangle. Means in any triangle, if the square of largest side in any triangle, listen carefully what is I am telling you. In any triangle, the square of largest side is equal to the sum of squares of remaining two sides, then and then only the given triangle is right angle triangle. And if the triangle is right angle triangle, then we can write the square of hypotenuse is equal to the sum of square of remaining two sides. But when it is hypotenuse, if the angle is right angle triangle, if angle is 90, then and then only this is hypotenuse, and therefore this is the converse of Pythagoras theorem. If the square of largest side is equal to the sum of squares of remaining two sides, then the given triangle is right angle triangle. Then we can write here the sign of right angle. Without right angle triangle we cannot show this sign here. Now, on the basis of this theorem and converse of this theorem, we can solve the practice set 2.1. I am telling you before, identify with reason which are the Pythagorean triplet. In any three natural number, here the natural numbers are 3, 5 and 4. You know students, which is the largest side here? 5. We can write here largest number is 5. You know the definition of Pythagorean triplet. The square of largest number is the sum of square of remaining two number, then and then only these three numbers are in Pythagorean triplet. Here largest number is 5, and therefore 5 square is equal to 25. Remaining two numbers are 3 square plus 4 square is equal to square of 3 is 9, square of 4 is 16, and addition of these two numbers is 25. Here if we tally these two sides, 25 is equal to 25, therefore 25 is equal to 25, therefore 5 square is equal to 3 square plus 4 square. That means here we can write here square of largest number square of largest number is the sum of square of remaining two numbers. Then 3, 5, 4 is a Pythagorean triplet. If the square of largest number is equal to the sum of squares of remaining two numbers, then and then only these three natural numbers are in Pythagorean triplet. Now we consider second three natural numbers. Can you tell me any three natural numbers? Yes, 5, 6 and 8. Take any three natural number. Here in 5, 6, 8, larger number is 8. Here largest number is 8 and therefore 8 square is equal to 64. Now square of remaining two numbers is 5 square plus 6 square. Square of 5 is 25. Square of 6 is 36, and addition of these two numbers 6 plus 5 11, carry 1, 3 plus 1 4, 4 plus 2 6. That means here 64 is not equal to 61. 64 is not equal to 61, and therefore 8 square is not equal to 5 square plus 6 square. And therefore here we can write reason. Here square of largest number is not equal to sum of square of remaining two numbers, and therefore 5, 6, 8 is not a Pythagorean triplet. Here we can identify these two triplets, which is Pythagorean triplet or which is not Pythagorean triplet, and then we are going to see the next example from practice set 2.1. Now see here, second example of practice set 2.1. In triangle MNP, NQ is perpendicular to MP. This is in figure. Now NQ is equal to 9 and QP or PQ is equal to 4, and here we have to find NQ. That is means we have to find the length of perpendicular segment. Which formula we can use here? You know, if this is perpendicular on hypotenuse in right angle triangle, then we know by property of geometric mean. What is the formula of geometric mean? NQ square is equal to NQ into QP. You know, student, this is the geometric mean of segment NQ and PQ. NQ square is equal to NQ into QP. Now substitute the given values. MQ is 9, QP is 4, and therefore NQ is equal to 9 4s are 36. Now by taking square root of both sides, we get NQ is equal to 6. This is the required answer. Now fourth example from our textbook. Here triangle PRS. RS is 6 and angle P is 30 degree, and here we have to find PR and PS. That means length of this side and length of this side we have to find here. For that purpose, what we can do here, firstly we have to prove this triangle PRS is 30, 60, 90 degree. We have to prove this first. How we can prove? In this triangle angle P is equal to 30 degree, angle R is equal to 90 degree, and therefore angle S is equal to 60 degree. Remaining angle of triangle PRS, and therefore triangle PRS is 30, 60, 90 degree triangle. First we have to show this triangle is 30, 60, 90. If we know this triangle is 30, 60, 90 degree triangle, then we know the property of right angle triangle. Here opposite side of 30 is already given. Opposite side of 30 is RS. From figure, RS is equal to 1/2 into hypotenuse PS. Here RS is 6 is already given, is equal to 1/2 into PS, and therefore after cross multiplication 6 2s are 12, and therefore here we can write PS is equal to 12. This is one required answer. Now for this one, we know this is 60 degree angle. We have to find PR, and therefore PR is equal to √3/2 into 1/2 PS. Therefore PR is equal to √3/2 into PS. PS is known here. PS is equal to 12. I can substitute this value here. And now here 2 1s are 2, 2 6 are 12 is equal to 6 under √3, and therefore PR is equal to 6√3 is required final answer. Now here this is 6th example in our textbook. Find the side and perimeter of a square whose diagonal is 10 centimeter. You try to solve your side. How we can solve? First we want to draw the figure of square. If we draw the square, then diagonal of square is 10. Then easily you can find the answer of side and perimeter of square. Okay students, thank you.